Good evening, everybody. They are two of the region's most notable landmarks, and they face an uncertain future.
And tonight, the public and representatives from Cincinnati and Hamilton County got to listen and weigh in on the best way to pay for fixing Music Hall and Union Terminal. Local 12's Angenette Levy listened to the back and forth. So, Angenette, are we any closer to having answers tonight?
No, not really, Cammie. This was just a chance for the public to come out and tell county commissioners what they think of this idea. Supporters of Music Hall and Union Terminal believe that raising the county sales tax by 1/4 cent for 9 to 14 years would pay for repairs here at Union Terminal and over at Music Hall and over the Rhine. Tonight, they tried to convince the county commissioners that putting it on the ballot is the right thing to do. The passion people have for Music Hall and Union Terminal is clear.
My concern is not only for the two buildings in question, but for the occupants of the building. The museums, the symphony, the pops.
Supporters of a so-called icon tax shared memories of the time they've spent at the historic sites.
As a child, I used to go to the Cincinnati Museum Center at least once a week with my dad. The Museum Center definitely inspired me to become more interested in science at a young age.
These places represent the foundations that set Cincinnati apart from other places as a hub of art and culture.
The Cultural Arts Task Force says a 1/4% sales tax hike, coupled with $40 million in private donations and $10 million from the city of Cincinnati, would pay for much-needed repairs at Music Hall and Union Terminal. Among the sea of voices of support, a coalition of conservative groups offered a competing plan that would eliminate funding for repairs to Music Hall. They're calling it the fair share approach.
Why do we not expect all the stakeholders of the buildings to pay their fair share for repairs? The first thing that needs to be done is take Music Hall out of the deal. This building is owned by the city of Cincinnati.
Hamilton County commissioners say the decision to put a sales tax hike on the ballot isn't an easy one.
For us, it's not just as simple as putting anything on the ballot. We have to wrestle with the impacts of what we do and the effect on other things that are in front of us.
And back out live, you are looking at Union Terminal, that old building that now houses the Museum of Natural History and the Museum Center. There was overwhelming support at this meeting tonight. As you saw, there were also some people opposed to this proposed sales tax hike. The county commissioners are going to decide whether they'll put this on the ballot in a couple of weeks. Reporting live from Union Terminal, Angenette Levy, Local 12 News. Cammie?
All right, Angenette, thank you. And a second public hearing will be held next Monday. It'll be at the county commissioners meeting room downtown, and it begins at 11 a.m.